Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this episode we finish framing the exterior walls, put the plywood sheathing on, set the steel beams and columns, and finally Bob lifts all of the I-joists and LVL beams into position. Let's get into it. When the lumber was delivered, I wasn't paying close attention and they put the 1/2 inch plywood down first and then the lift of 3/4 plywood meant for the subfloor on top. So here we are switching that around as we will need the 1/2 inch plywood for the sheathing first. We are placing the 3/4 inch plywood down, and then next we will lift the 1/2 inch plywood and put that on top. Next it was time to bring in a stack of the 2x6s to start building the walls. Just getting Bob into position to lift the wall section into place and quickly realized that we didn't have it squared up and braced. We measure the diagonals and then attach a 2x4 to brace it. Once the section of wall was built, Bob made quick work of lifting it into position. We finally have a good rigging system in place and can easily lift the wall and spin it into position. Now it's a matter of building each wall section, squaring it up, bracing, and then lifting into position. The last few sections are not as tall as the others due to the sloping ground, and the foundation wall needed to be higher to hold back the dirt. Again, Bob makes quick work of lifting these sections into position. I'm not sure what we would do without him. Here we are bringing in the steel beam. It is a W250 by 33, which is 10 1/8 inch in height, 5 3/4 inch width, and the flanges are from 3/8 inch steel. So all in all, a pretty hefty beam that is almost 28 feet long and probably weighs 600 to 700 pounds. We have to attach a 2x6 to the top of the beam, which will give us a fastening point for the I-joists and the LVL beams. So here we are trying to reposition the beam to make it easy to attach the 2x6 to. We are setting the 2x6 to the beam using a ram set, which shoots special nails into the steel. It is done using a 22 caliber shot that is loaded into the chamber and fires a ram that shoots the nail into the steel. For the second 2x6, I just let it run long, attach to the steel beam, and then cut it off with the saw. Looks like I didn't capture footage of setting the steel beam in place, but rest assured there were a few F-bombs dropped in trying to get it balanced on two 4-inch columns at either end. Now we are lifting the front wall sections in place that include large LVL beams that carry the load over the garage doors. My parents came up for the day, so we had a few extra hands to help set these in position. I am nailing off the corner that will lock in the front and side walls together and make it super strong and rigid. I then add a 2x6 second top plate that will tie this wall section into the steel beam. It is now the next weekend and we have moved on to sheathing the walls with the 1/2 inch plywood. This will lock in the wall assembly and prevent them from racking. Here we are moving on to the back wall now and continue to put up the plywood as we move around the garage. I will spare you from watching me put up any more plywood, so let's move on to something else now. Plywood sheathing is all installed now, so it's time to lift the I-joist up into position, and this is again where Bob does all the heavy lifting. Once up into position, Catherine and I just slide the I-joists off the forks and move them towards the back wall. We took the time to set up scaffolding at the side walls, and this gives us a safe and stable platform to work off of. There are a number of LVL beams that also have to be lifted into position, and we are lifting them in the order that they will be set from back to front of the garage. Now it's time to lift more of the I-joists into position. Due to the length of these I-joists, it was easier to set Bob just in front of the garage, and Catherine and I carried and placed them on the forks. Again, more LVL beams going up as they will be supporting the outer edges of the platform that will connect the stairs and entrance to the loft above. For the middle section, I found it easier to just shimmy on the steel beam instead of trying to work off a ladder. Finally, the last section of I-joist going up. We were excited to finally get to the last one. This is where I'm going to end this video. Please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell icon so you will be notified when new episodes are uploaded. Thanks for watching.